First of all, hey, when you living in the hood, your drip gotta be on point. I mean, like, just look at the fit, gang. I got on some Nike sweats, some freaking essential hoodies and stuff. I don't got on a polo tee. Like, especially we living in Philly, you gotta have on the polo tee. But I don't got on the polo tee, so therefore, I'm lacking. Yeah, I'm lacking today. But look though, man, this video is gonna be about being in the hood, gang. It's gonna be about being in the hood, man. I'm gonna tell you exactly what you need to do and how it is being in the hood. So stay tuned, man. I'm your guy JB267 coming live from the 215, man. I'm telling you right now, things aren't gonna be perfect every time. Every video ain't gonna be so freaking engaging, but I hope that this video is engaging, and I pray that I make you laugh. You feel me? Coming into the hood, man, you gotta have one of these. You gotta have 3 of these essentials. Your clothes gotta be on point. You gotta have some money, or you gotta have some bitches or drugs. Like, that's the main thing in the hood, like bitches or drugs, gang. Rather you get bitches, or you the one that's the plug, gang. Like, real rap. Like, I ain't gonna lie, man. Like, when I first came to the country of the United States, when I first came to the state, I ain't know anything about no Nike, no Jordan, no none of that name brand shit. So you know what? I was in school wearing some Bobos. We call it Bobos in Philly. We call it like Bobos, like Aki shit. That's what motherfuckers used to call it. We used to call it like Aki. It's called Aki. If you wearing some shit that's like Fila's or some Skechers, we call it Akis. We call it like Bobos, like off-brand shit, you know? Which makes no fucking sense, you know. And it's something that's been freaking stamped into my brain living in the hood. Like, if you don't got on the nice shit like Nike, the expensive, I'm gonna just say the expensive shit, everything that you wear is just Aki. And then you get called a lame, and then you get called all type of shit. So living in the hood, especially, like, if you want to be acceptable in the hood, you gotta have on those type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Even when you go to the suburbs or white people neighborhood, if you look like you a cheap ass motherfucker, they ain't gonna look at you as a cool motherfucker. Everybody gonna be disrespecting you and shit. So therefore, you gotta have some nice shit when you come into the hood, man. You know what I'm saying? Nobody give a fuck if you broke. That's the thing too. In the hood, nobody gives a fuck if you are broke, gang. They don't care if you broke. Cause I'm gonna keep it $150 with you. Like, if your parents living in a fucking project, gang, you can't look like your parents live in the projects, gang. You gotta look like your parents live in the project but are famous drug dealers. Real rap. Your parents like you gotta look like your parents are getting to the money even though y'all live in a fucking project. You gotta have that you gotta fake it till you make it type shit. That's the whole thing about living in the hood. But you also gotta have that personality of like, I don't give a fuck when you living in the hood. When you living in the hood, it's so many fucking characteristics that you gotta have, man. First of all, you gotta say fuck the cops, even if the cops did nothing to you. Like, for real, if the cops did nothing to you in the hood, gang, you still gotta say fuck the cops. Cause why? You gotta build that fucking recommendation. You gotta make people in the hood like you or some shit. You walking past the cops, you like what's up? Like, the cops don't even motherfucking, they ain't even bothered by you. They say what's up back. But when you turn your back, when the cops turn their back and shit, you hanging out with your friend, you say fuck the cops. The cops ain't did shit to you. But shit, that's what you gotta do when you in the hood though. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Cause that's how you get the recommendation. Like, that's how you get accepted in the hood type shit. You know what I'm saying? So clothes, saying fuck the cops. What else? You gotta lie about getting bitches. That's the thing. When you live in the hood, you gotta lie about getting bitches. I was in high school, right? Everybody that's around me in high school was lying about getting bitches. Only two of the motherfuckers that actually do get bitches, and they was proving that they get bitches. Every girl that they fucking talk to, they pull everything. But in the hood, you just gotta lie, say that you can fuck bitches, say that you got bitches, and you fucking them. That's the huge lie in Philly. That's the huge lie in the hood, anywhere that you go. That's the huge fucking lie. And I'ma keep it a buck. I was one of them niggas, but I was one of them niggas that used to get bitches though. I just never used to fuck them. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing in the hood, man. That's the thing. That's the thing about being in the hood. So you get bitches. So whether you get bitches, you lie about getting bitches, you say fuck the cops, you gotta have the clothes, and you gotta get money. So the money part is the risky part. The money part is what really motherfuckers be like, fuck the cops. Because when you getting money in the hood, 9 times out of 10, that shit is illegal. 9 times out of 10, getting money in the hood is illegal. So let's say you working 9 to 5, right? But you still got on all this designer shit, which makes no fucking sense. How the fuck you working a 9 to 5 but able to afford designer shit? Unless you a motherfucking kid that just save up his money and get some designer shit. But if you a grown ass motherfucker and you working 9 to 5 and you wearing designer shit and the job only pay you $15 an hour, gang, you doing something outside of work that's getting you the money. And 9 times out of 10, living in the hood, gang, you the motherfucker probably a drug dealer. I'm just keeping a buck 50. Whether he's a drug dealer or a scammer, and he's too old to be doing that shit, but he know exactly. He you know what I'm saying? He know exactly where he at in the hood. You know what I'm saying? And getting money in the hood gains you a lot of respect. Because the motherfucker be like, oh, that's the motherfucker that get money. People that don't even fucking know you or don't even know who you are is going to ride your dick just because you getting money in the hood. It don't matter how you getting the money in the hood. As long as you getting money in the hood, you're good. Bitches gonna wanna fuck you. Niggas gonna wanna be friends with you. All type of shit. Like it's like a level 1, level 2, level 3 type shit. The more your money grow, the more your level grow. The more level you get, the more ranking you get in the hood. And another thing too, if you somehow manage to get money legally in the hood, you become a big ass target. I mean a big ass target. Cause look, even if you if you're getting money in the hood legally, you still gotta have street cred, right? You still gotta have street cred in the hood, because even if motherfuckers want to be friends with you for doing the shit the legal way and getting money the legal way, you gonna have to have street cred, bro. So that means you gonna have to like dabble in the streets a couple times to get some work done in the streets a little bit, so you can get your street cred. Cause in the street cred mixed with the actual legal shit, getting the money, you gonna be unstoppable, gang. I'm giving you game in the motherfucking hood. I'm giving you game about the hood for real, real rap. Even your mama gonna be proud of you. Gang, you're gonna be the most feared motherfucker being in the hood, getting money legally and having a street cred. But if you just getting money legally and not having a street cred, you're gonna end up getting robbed like I did. I'm gonna keep it $150. I got robbed too. I got robbed for getting money in the hood legally without street cred. Real shit. It's the simple shit. It's some shit that nobody gonna teach you about. Nobody gonna tell you about. But if you getting money illegally in the hood, you gonna have street cred, but you're not gonna have legal cred. You know what I'm saying? Like your credit gonna be bad in the system, and the cops gonna be on your ass. So you don't. So you rather not have the cops be on your ass, because when the cops be on your ass, gang, they lock you up for years, gang. If you get caught up, but if you don't have street cred, the street not gonna respect you. The thoughts in the hood not gonna respect you for real. They gonna wanna try to set you up. They gonna be like, oh, this nigga sweet. I can really fuck with his head and get everything I want out of this nigga. Yeah, that's the thing about being in. That's the difference. That's the difference. That's what people don't really understand when they being in the hood, gang. You gotta really move critically. I don't know if that's the actual word, but critically, it's a word in the hood. You just make up some shit and it's gonna go. Like being vibey. What the fuck is a vibey? But you just vibing. But you understand what the word vibing is, right? So in the hood, like being in the street, we are trendsetters, right? But we are not trendsetters legally, because the shit that we do illegally is what makes us trendsetters. It's what makes us everybody feel like we are the coolest, because we don't give a fuck about life for real. We just living life to the fullest. It's our life and shit like that. What the fuck am I talking about right now? But anyway, in the hood though, you just gotta you gotta have everything down pat. That's why they say keep God first. Even though in the hood they don't give a fuck about God, they live in shit the way out it is. And even if you're doing shit legally, they don't give a fuck about God either. The more you don't give a fuck about God doing shit legally, the more your shit grow for some fucking reason. But the more you say I don't give a fuck about God, and you living in the hood doing the street shit, doing illegal shit, the more your life is just gonna get shortened up. Real shit. I done seen the youngest motherfucker died for not giving a fuck about God. To be honest with you. So it's best for you to do shit legally and not give a fuck about God than to not do shit legally and don't give a fuck about God. I'm not saying don't give a fuck about God and do shit legally. You should always keep God first, because God is gonna protect you from all of that bullshit, gang. Because God is gonna protect you from the legal shit, the illegal shit, You know what I'm saying? Mixing into your world and you getting robbed and shit and stabbing some shit or some shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying I'm cussing a lot, and I hate the fact that I'm cussing a lot in my video, but I'm working on it. So therefore, in the hood, man, that's what you need to have. Money, bitches, drugs. Well, I mean, money, bitches, cars, right? Cars. In the hood, you gotta have the dopest car, bro. Right now, what's popping? Everybody know what's popping. It's been popping since fucking 2019, 2018 gang, and that's Trackhawks and fucking Hellcats, gang. If you don't got a Trackhawk or a Hellcat or anything that got a freaking red out on it, gang, no bitch is gonna want to fuck with you. Nah, actually, I'm gonna double back on that. If you don't have what they call a striker in Philly, if you don't have at least a striker or a Hellcat or a Trackhawk gang or a Tesla or a Hyundai, your car is called a fishbowl, gang. You know what I'm saying? Your car is called a fishbowl because if you ride around this joint with a fucking Subaru, they gonna definitely look at you as a motherfucking they gonna definitely look at you as a motherfucking lame, gang. They gonna be like, this lame ass nigga. You gonna go date this lame ass nigga with this shitty ass car. This nigga like taking road trips and shit. See, feel like living in the hood, they like to say road trips, motherfuckers that like to take road trips, they are motherfucking lames and shit. I ain't gonna lie. In the hood, anything that's not relatable to the hood gang is called a lame. You get called a motherfucking lame living in the hood like that, man. I'm telling you, if you don't sag your pants, if you don't walk down the street and sag your pants, you a motherfucking lame, gang. Real rap. If you don't put a tattoo on your face, you a lame. You feel me? If you don't attach your motherfucking block name, if you don't tap the block where you from on your motherfucking arm, gang, you a lame. If you don't throw up gang signs, you a lame. Living in the hood, you can't come to the hood thinking that everything is gonna be fine. I'm serious. If you don't I'm telling you right now, if somebody tell you to drop down and get butt naked and you don't fucking do that shit, you are lame. Nigga, you gotta attack your motherfucking block on you. You gotta fucking attack where you from on you, or else you a lame, bro. Real bread. If you go to church and not pay tithes, gang, you are not a lame, bro. If you go to church and pay tithes, gang, you a lame. Real rap, bro. Real rap. And ain't nobody gonna take you serious if you doing the right thing in the hood, bro. You a fucking lame. They gonna call you 12 in a hood. You don't want to be called 12 in the hood, bro. Real rap. Real rap. If you a smart ass motherfucker, see people in the hood like to talk about some. Oh, we need smart people in the hood, but we treat them motherfuckers like they're lames, gang. They're fucking lames. All right, that's the thing about being in the hood. Everything that you know that's being negative is what in the hood, gang. If you I'm tripping. Not everything that's negative, you know what I'm saying? But like everything that's what like free will. Like if you're not a free willing person, you are motherfucking lame. All right, because you got to be able to go to the club every fucking week with your bitch, make your bitch pop ass and sell pussy to get motherfucking money. If you can't do that shit with your bitch, you a lame. If you don't go to the club every single day, every single weekend, you a fucking lame. You feel me? If you don't drink, you a lame. If you don't smoke, you a lame. Just understand the type of vibe and the type of character that you have to bring to the hood, gang, to get respected out here. Because you don't want to just be walking out here. We going to call you an AI, gang. Real rap. It's really GTA for real. If you not lone ranked in the hood, bro, you a lame. Don't come to the hood, bro. Real rap. That's just the real. That's just the real, gang. And every time, if you see a motherfucker, if you look, if you can't pop a willy in Philly, you a lame. If you can't tang it, you a lame. If you can't dance, you a lame, bro. Real rap. Real rap. You gotta have some type of personality, gang. You gotta have some type of personality. You feel me? Some type of skill. If you don't have a skill, you a lame. Real rap. That's just what it is, bro. That's just what. I'm not gonna lie to you. And the motherfucker that we really fucking hate is a wannabe, bro. Oh my gosh, we hate a wannabe in the hood, bro. A wannabe nigga in the hood, bro, we hate that nigga more than we hate that nigga just as much as we hate a freaking rat. Real rat. We don't like rats or a wannabe. A wannabe nigga, a wannabe nigga is a wannabe thug, bro. The nigga get, I'm telling you, bro, if you see a nigga that wanna be, if he, motherfuckers know that he not like that, but if he wanna be like that, bro, we like, nobody gonna take him serious. Don't act like a wannabe. Do not act like a wannabe, because people gonna see right through that wannabe shit. So if you a wannabe, you gonna get slapped and you motherfucker, you gonna get robbed. You gonna get robbed trying to be a wannabe gangster. I wanna be thug. I wanna be cool guy. You can't be a wannabe. You just gonna have to be that. You just gonna have to be that. You just gotta be that. You feel me? It's like you never played football ever in your life, but want to play football as soon as you got to high school. As soon as you got in the 12th grade, you decided to play football. That you would want to be football player. That's you. If you ain't play football, if you ain't play football in elementary or play football on a block or play basketball on a block, and then you waited until you get to high school to try to play sports, you a wannabe, bro. Real rap. That's just what it is, bro. That's just what it is. That's what it is. That's how it is living in the hood, bro. Real rap. Like I said, man. You gotta have those characteristic traits. Don't even come outside. If you're living in the hood and you know you don't got that characteristic trait, don't come outside. Build your character inside the house, because whatever you do inside the house translates to how you act outside the house. So if you grew up in a house being on that bullshit, and you come outside being on that bullshit, you not a lame. But if you've been raised in the house to be a good kid, you come outside and be good, bro, you a fucking lame, bro. Ain't nobody want that good shit in a hood. Nobody want that good shit. The bad shit is what we want in a hood, nigga. We living life outside, nigga. It's the hood, nigga. We don't give a fuck. Nobody give a fuck. Hell yeah, pop ass, smoke drugs, take money, nigga. Get money, nigga. Real rap. Fuck the cops all day, all type shit. Whatever you want to do, I want to do. You feel me? I'm your boy JB267. I'll be back with y'all with another freaking video. Real rap.